Hi, welcome to this session. In this session, let I put some questions. Do you enjoy rain? Where does the rain come from? What are the uses of rain? So here, there won't be anybody who doesn't enjoy the rain. Due to rain only, water bodies such as lakes, ponds are formed. Where we use for cultivation, this water we use for cultivation. In this session, let us try to learn how the rain comes. Why do the rainwater is drinkable, not very salty? These things let us discuss in this session. So usually rain comes from the water vapor which is present in the atmosphere. Where does the water vapor come from? It is obviously from the water bodies. Major water body on the earth is ocean. There are so many oceans. Due to sun heat, they evaporate, they form clouds, and when they get cooled, when the clouds get cooled, they give rain. Once again, this water goes into the water bodies, and once again evaporation takes place. It is a water cycle. So from oceans we get rains, to say in another way. But is it true? Can we observe it in our classroom or at home? To observe this, let us do a simple activity. For that, I have taken a tumbler, a glass, some salt, because seawater is salty, and water, obviously it is a source for the rain. So what I do is, just I take some water in a tumbler or in a tin or a bottle. Now what I do is, just I put a glass. In this glass there is no water. No water entered into the glass. Now I add some salt to the water, because so many salts are added or dissolved into the ocean, water from the ocean. Let I put a simple question. Why do ocean water is salty? Think over it. Now I cover it. See, no water is there in the glass, only in the tumbler there is water. Now I am closing it. There is no chance to pour the water inside. Keenly observe the arrangement. Now I took a tumbler. Let us assume this is as a ocean. And later I put another glass tumbler there, in which I did not pour any water. And later I covered it, and I keep this arrangement. See, here I am using a marble. When the water is formed, water vapor is formed here, the water will fall down into the glass tumbler there. This arrangement, I have done this arrangement, and let us keep this arrangement 2 to 3 hours in sun. Let us see what happens. Can you guess what happens? Oh, that's true. Water vapor is formed, and a total water vapor will be accumulated on this plastic sheet downwards. This marble has given a curved surface. Therefore, when the water vapor gets cooled, the water goes into the tumbler. In this way, sea water or the ocean water is evaporated due to the hotness of sun, and they form clouds. The clouding structure only now we can see on this sheet. So when they get cooled, the water vapor get cooled, they turn into water and give as rain. So sea water is evaporated due to sun hotness, And later when they go up, when you go up and up above from the earth, temperature decreases. Due to the dust particles, this water vapor form clouds. When cool breeze touches that clouds, the water still forms water drops, and it gives in the form of rain. So here you can observe only water is evaporated, but the dissolved salt may be there only. Dissolved salt will be there only. On earth crust, every year, again and again, water cycle takes place, and when water falls on the earth's soil, so many salts dissolve in it. These salts go into the ocean or the seas. But due to sun, only the water is evaporated. Salts remain there only. That is the reason why ocean water is always very salty, because salt remains there and only the water evaporates. This water years together, again and again, year after the year, comes out in the form of cloud and goes into the river in the form of water. But while going, it dissolves plenty of salts and takes to the ocean. This is why ocean water is salty, and from this ocean we can get fresh water. So if you see the countries like Arabs, usually Arabia and all, which are surrounded by the oceans, they won't get much fresh water to drink. Though there is plenty of source of water, plenty of water around them, they cannot use them. But due to sun, the water in the oceans evaporate. The water will be around us in the form of water vapor. If you could able to condense that water vapor, that can be used as drinking water. The same procedure has been taking place nowadays. Our scientists are trying to accumulate water which is in the form of water vapor with the same principle. So we can prepare drinking water from the ocean water based on the evaporation of the water and condensation of the water. Condensation means when it becomes cool, once again it comes to its original position, liquid form. So in this way we can understand this concept. Do you enjoy the rains? Why do you? Usually during the rainy seasons, most of the people visit rivers and they enjoy. So human nature, we have come from water, so we are trying to enjoy the water, and water is very essential. But how does the rains are formed? How does the rain come? So it is a very simple phenomena which we can observe at home. So when there is a water body, from that water body, when sun beats, due to the sun heat, the water evaporates. Evaporation may take place at any temperature, need not to be 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius only boiling takes place, but evaporation depends on surface area and the temperature. So at any temperature evaporation takes place. From the oceans, our water bodies like a lake, a river, pond and all, water evaporates. Even sweat evaporates from our body, therefore we feel it very cold. Even plants evaporate water from the leaves. So that water will be in the water vapor, in the form of water vapor in the rain. But how does it come as the rain? First source is water, and due to heat it formed into water vapor. Water vapor is in the air. In this air, dust particles are there. With the help of dirt particles, they form clouds. We can see clouds in the ocean, in the sky. But when these clouds go to the hilly areas or somewhere, wind changes its direction upward at the hilly areas. Therefore, when the wind touches the clouds are condensed. The clouds are cooled. When it is cooled, the water vapor form as rain. Once again this water goes into the rivers, lakes or water bodies, and they once again evaporate due to the sun heat, and it comes again and again. This process is called water cycle. In water cycle, basically source of water and later water vapor form, formation of clouds, cooling of clouds and rain. Through this rain, once again water goes into the water bodies. It is a big cycle that we can see here. When water is evaporated, we can form a cloud. We can observe the cloud here. When it is cooled, this cloud will rain. Rain we can see. So basically, in this way, we can understand the formation of cloud and condensation of cloud and later the rainfall. It is a water cycle. Now a simple task to you. Does water dissolve everything in it? Does water dissolve everything in it? List out the material which do not dissolve in water. If anything is dissolved in water, can we separate them? Work out on it and try to make a note.